Hello and welcome to IGN Arena, probably episode 23. I didn't decide before we came into this room, and nobody's quite certain.
And it's too late.
My name is Mitch Dyer. I'm one of your hosts. I'm joined, as always, by James Faulkner.
Hi.
How are you? You seem scattered right now.
I am
a little busy.
Also working on other things while we're in here. That was the only way I could
All right,
podcast today.
So you're going to work while I introduce Kyle O'Connor. Welcome
up,
back.
Guys?
Brian Albert.
Hello, everyone.
How you been?
I'm doing just great. I play a lot of Sniper, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it's been a good week of Dota. I won 7 out of 8 games last night. Feels good.
That last game was not fun.
No, I don't play Bane, and I got forced into a corner. Whatever.
Also, more impressively than you
and I
won
should
7 of 8 is that you played 8 games in one night. On a night that you, or a day that you worked.
Yeah, dude, I had to come home and
That's so much Dota.
It was a day yesterday. But I've also been playing a bit of Heroes of the Storm. Have you guys been playing this at all?
Mm-hmm.
It's in beta now.
I got into the alpha and I enjoyed it, and I'm gonna hop onto that as soon as possible. It's a fun game.
So they've made a bunch of changes since the alpha,
Really?
and it's particularly with the character progression system, and I don't like it. Like they have started to.
What do you got?
Yeah,
What do you
I
got?
know.
They've started to lose me. Like I loved it in the alpha. I was like, oh, this is fun. It's simple. It's cool. We talked about it on the show a little bit. The more I play it now, especially with people who play MOBAs, like I don't know. Do you play alone? Or do you play with a stack?
I'm usually a
So
loner.
I had a lot more fun when I played alone. When I started playing with a stack, we were all bored.
Yeah, I can see that.
Whoa. Why?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out because the running theme when I have conversations with like our crew of people who play MOBAs and other competitive games is they play Heroes of the Storm, and everyone goes in and says, like, yeah, it's beautiful. I love the characters.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Some of the map designs are like really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thoroughly bored the entire time.
The one big thing I don't like about Heroes of the Storm, and it's a huge core part of its appeal, is the fact you can't snowball. I never once in that game, or I've yet to feel like I'm truly melting people. Like even if our team's ahead, I still feel like I'm just like slowly chipping away at people.
So that has changed.
That has
changed so significantly that the second your team gets a quad kill or gets a little bit of a level lead, it's over.
Oh, geez.
It is done. Like there is so few chances for comebacks that the snowball effect right now is really bad.
So they just went the polar opposite. It sounds like.
Yeah, it is, and they have a long way to go for balance, and they have plenty of time, and it's a beta, so it's hard to like judge it properly.
Yeah.
But the game in the state it is in right now is so snowbally that it is just like if you fall behind and you lose one lane, good luck. If you lose one objective in that map, good luck.
Man,
So I wanna play more because I'm still getting my hand on like the objectives. I don't know quite how that works. But the thing, I when I go to a MOBA, I want to have all the characters and all their abilities, and then you just give me this amazing game to play.
Dota has broken us.
So
in that way.
Dota spoils me. League is pretty good, but still, you have to.
It's because the free hero rotation is like 12 heroes.
Right. But this is there's a hero rotation, and then you also have to unlock their talents. Or is that correct? Or
yeah, talents. It's like it's not their skills, but it's the things that modify their skills.
Yeah, it's like a modifier.
Like instead of
to the
items, like when you
abilities,
level up, you'll just select talents, right?
I don't like that
Yes,
system.
but it's also you have to unlock them for each character if you want to unlock the later stuff, which I think is atrocious.
It's really, really not fun. Like I really appreciate that every individual hero in that game is treated as its own RPG character with his own like upgrade. Like Jim's unlocks are different than Nova's, are different from Thranduil's or Furians or whatever.
I know the unlocks. Is it talents? I know there's some skins you can unlock just by
Isn't
playing.
Thranduil a Lord of the Rings character?
Maybe. Who am I thinking of?
Tyrael. Tyrael.
Tyrael.
Yeah, Thranduil's like the king of the elves.
Yes,
isn't he?
that's right. He
Okay,
rides that
cool.
murder
I was
moose.
like, what? He's in this game?
He has that giant moose, and he
battle
like
moose.
cuts off all the dudes'
the
heads.
battle moose is
that was
amazing.
the Thranduil.
Jesus, I'm derailing this. Okay, carry on.
And now I'm totally off track and I totally lost.
We're talking about
It's
things that
over.
you can unlock for each.
That's right. It's cool that everyone has their
brawler.
own stats and their own like personal upgrades and stuff, but you have to like play so much of a single character to progress with that person.
I'm not a fan of the fact that you have to basically grind out another character to find out whether you'll really like him at the late stage in his like the talent progression.
It's the same problem Evolve has right now, right? Like you look at the progression in Evolve, it's like you pre-order that game and you bypass all that. And they recognize that their progression is kind of a problem. So if you pay for it early, you just don't have to deal with it.
I don't like that either.
It's very grindy.
Did you just find that out now?
Yeah, that's I don't understand the logic. So if you pre-order it, you don't have to go through the progression system, but anyone who buys it day one and not pre-ordered has to do the progression.
Correct. You still get character upgrades for playing a bunch of games, but you unlock the characters by...
James is about to.
What?
Yeah, thank you. That's my reaction.
Sorry, I was listening, but then my brain
your brain is now caught up.
What?
So when you start a game and you are Maggie the...
Boxer.
Maggie the Boxer. You're Maggie the Trapper, or the support. I can't remember what her class is, but you play Maggie. And you have the Daisy Dog, and you run around, and you're tracking the monsters. You have to harpoon the monster a certain amount of times. You have to follow Daisy for a certain distance, and you have to deal a certain amount of damage before you unlock the next in her class.
If you pre-order it,
you don't have to do that. Everything's unlocked. Heroes of the Storm has very similar progression in that you have to play a ton of certain characters to earn the money to unlock stuff. Yeah. Fine, cool. That's normal. That's what League of Legends does.
I understand that.
But in order to like upgrade your character, it works the same way. Like play a bunch of games, get individual upgrades for that hero, and then, well, I don't want to play Tyrael today. I want to play a support, or I want to play a more tanky guy like Diablo. Now you start from square one. You have the character who's interesting on his own, but he's missing all these upgrades that you earned from playing dozens of hours as somebody else.
Yeah.
That's a huge bummer. Like, it feels like a waste of time.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Like, what if you really liked him, and then you invest all this time to this character, and then you find out, like, the later abilities weren't really worth the time, and you could have put it to another character who you kind of like your tier 2 character. Like, it's just that doesn't sound like a good system.
I've been trying to play 4 MOBAs recently, so I haven't been able to give, like, them
you
a good amount of time.
Now.
Yeah, but so I haven't played it as much Heroes as it sounds like you have, definitely, and I guess you haven't played the beta. How quick is that progression?
Not fast. I haven't played enough to really get a grip on it because I'm in the period now where I'm like, I don't know if I want to proceed playing this because this seems fruitless. Especially since this is a beta and after the alpha they wiped everything. Like, I don't want to unlock all this stuff, spend all this time, and potentially have it get wiped.
Could you pay for stuff in the alpha?
Oh yeah, and they refunded everything. It's like, oh,
okay.
you spent money on character packs. We changed the way it all works. It's
okay.
So here's all of your money back in Battle.net bucks. Spend it on Diablo, World of Warcraft. Give it to us in Storm skins, whatever.
The other thing is that when you are, and this isn't the same, but when you're going to purchase a character in that game, you can try them and you can test out all their skills and activate creeps and run on. Like, it's not the same as playing a full match, obviously.
Yeah.
But at least you can go in and see, like, hey, if this character is like maxed, do I like what they're doing?
Oh, you can try them maxed out?
You can just you can any of their talents or anything. You can just try them out.
I do like just what you said reminded me, but I do like Smite's renting a god. That system is really
I didn't
cool.
know you could do that.
Yeah, it's like a small amount of whatever the in-game currency is, and you get to like rent it and choose how long you want to rent it for, like a day.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's good. It's a good system.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would love that.
Get it together,
James. I would love that for like. Sorry, I'm almost done. There are a lot of things happening right before.
Yeah, it's a very busy week.
Yeah.
We're gonna be out next week, FYI. So no show next week because we're gonna be doing the company retreat. So we'll be out of town.
Oh yeah.
But we'll return the week after with IGN Arena and maybe a little bit more.
Let's just do it from wherever we're going.
Just record locally, like on a phone.
Yeah.
No, we can bring in a.
It's actually not the worst idea.
I can bring a piece of equipment. We can do it there.
That would be pretty.
We
rad.
could record locally on a laptop. Maybe do it a little low rent. Wouldn't be video.
No, it wouldn't be
we'll
video.
figure this out later.
Yeah.
It's not the time. So maybe you'll get an episode next week, hopefully. Yeah, that's kind of just like my quick thoughts on Heroes of the Storm. I really do want you guys to play more. I want you guys to play more of this game I don't really like, so that we can talk about it more.
Hey, we can be totally unprepared for this, but we have 5 Heroes of the Storm beta codes to give away on the show.
We do.
We haven't decided how we're going to do that.
Snap.
Yes.
Should we do it right now?
You want to give them away
No,
now?
like, let's just
You want to figure it out?
Yeah,
you
like,
want to have a
what do we
meeting?
want-
We'll
what do we
interrupt the
want people
show
to
with a
do?
meeting right now. I feel like I don't know. Like normally we do the email us. You want free dude codes?
Yeah.
I feel like we got to make people earn it a little bit.
What are they going to do?
It doesn't have to be anything crazy.
I have an idea.
Hit
What's
me.
up?
Select a character from Blizzard lore, any part of Blizzard lore, like any game.
Yeah.
Then build a character for us. Give us their 4 abilities.
That seems intense.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe just give
I
them the
don't
ultimate.
want numbers. You don't have to do math. I just want
Yeah.
think about a character, then come up with like 4 abilities like this.
Like a rock and roll racer would do this.
Yes.
What if we just ask for an ultimate?
I think the ultimate is the one. Like, what's the craziest, coolest skill you could apply to a Blizzard
want that?
character?
Yeah, or it doesn't have to be their ultimate. If you think that they have like a lesser skill, that'd be cool. Just a skill for a character that is in Blizzard.
So
lore.
email arena-podcast@ign.com.
Yeah.
Subject line: Heroes of the Storm beta.
Mm-hmm.
All we need from you is to tell us which Blizzard character you want to see in Heroes of the Storm, and what skill or skills you would like them to have.
But
Cool.
we need an ultimate.
No,
We don't need an ultimate.
I need an ultimate.
And then we'll read
Kyle
some of
needs
those.
an ultimate.
We'll read some of those on the show. We'll give away some keys. It'll be good. Arena-podcast at IGN, arena-podcast at IGN.com. That's also where you can send us letters about show topics. You want to contribute to some discussions. Anything you want to get involved in the show, that's the address.
Yep.
Be in touch.
Facebook group's pretty active too.
We did it.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like
I like going on.
busy.
That. It's nice.
Cool.
MOBA friends.
Yeah,
are
yeah.
on
I'm
there,
just
yeah.
like, we'll brush on it later because it's one of our topics. But yeah, I post stuff in there all the time.
cool.
It's pretty cool.